This is a budget that clearly spells out the priorities of the government as it prepares the economy for the next phase of growth. Finance Minister counted infrastructure and urban development as two of the 9 top priorities of her government, announcing mega spending on these two sectors. This monetary aid and policy intervention will be instrumental in boosting the demand for housing in the world's most populous country, where, interestingly, the number of millionaires is likely to double by 2026. Providing a major impetus to infrastructure, the government has set aside Rs 11.11 lakh crore for capital expenditure. As part of this infra upgrade, cities will be redeveloped through better economic and transit planning. These measures will unlock the next phase of growth in India's key housing markets, especially Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. The plans for transit-oriented development in 14 big cities would also boost the connectivity net in these residential markets, eventually boosting their growth prospects. In a widely expected move, the government has decided to relaunch the urban component of its highly popular Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana with a budget allocation of Rs 10 lakh crore. Doing so was highly crucial to boost the residential segment in a country where affordability remains integral to housing ownership. The launch of the interest subsidy to facilitate affordable housing loans will make home ownership more accessible to many in the country. In her budget speech, the finance minister proposed doing away with the indexation benefit for calculating long-term capital gains tax on real estate. In effect, while the long-term capital gains rate on real estate will fall to 12.5% from the earlier 20%, the actual tax outgo for the seller would be higher because there would be no scope for adjusting the purchase price using cost inflation index. Property investments in India are heavily taxed, and there has been a long-standing demand for rationalizing these taxes. The centre has tried to address this issue by deciding to urge states to lower stamp duty rates on property purchases, especially for women. If applied, this move would significantly boost buyer sentiment and translate in larger number of property transactions every year. By increasing the standard deduction limit from Rs 50,000 to 75,000 under the new income tax regime, the budget ensures more disposable income in the hands of India's salaried class. These savings would ultimately find their way into property investments in a country where real estate continues to be the go-to option for a majority of investors. The policy reforms and the increase in investment in key sectors would boost India's housing market. However, the practical impact of the move to do away with the indexation benefit on the resale housing market is yet to be seen. Follow us for more such updates on real estate.